Hey guys, this is King Ruthless, and I'm bringing you another StarCraft 2 commentary. Sorry this is going to be another ZvZ, but this is part 2 of Rage on Ladder. This is part 2 of the series where I'm going to ladder, like, non-stop as much as I can, and see if I can't maybe get into Diamond. It's possible. I don't know, I keep losing to scrubs like myself, so probably won't happen anytime soon, but we can keep our fingers crossed, and the more that I try, maybe the better it'll happen. Anyways, it's going to be a ZvZ. Spawning here in the bottom, top left position is going to be Bull as the red Zerg. Now, Bull and I actually did play a previous game. He pretty much stomped me, and I might cast that game and upload it before this game. Anyways, spoilers. But, this is our second game that we played to, against each other on ladder, so it's kind of interesting. And we were just talking about how bad of sports we are at losing games. In fact, I just started going off to anyone that will listen. But anyways, let's get back into the game. Spawning in the red is going to be Bull. Spawning as the blue will be King of Ruthless here. This is Securus Plateau. So we're both sore losers. And last game that I tried, it was on Daybreak, and it just did not go well for me. You can see here, Bull's going to scout. You usually do this when you're going to go for something like a 15 hatch. Notice that I'm sending my overlords cross spawn. I just want to see what the timing of that drone moving out could possibly be. As well, I just randomly did this. I'm not sure if that was the correct decision to do. I'm going to throw down my hatchery at 15, pretty normal. And Bull's going to throw down his a little bit later. But so far, pretty even openings here for both players. Bull is more of a macro player. I would like to be a macro player, but I'm actually really bad at this game. So, spawning cool, going down on 15. Not making any drones for some reason, even though I can afford to. In fact, I'm going to make an overlord here. This doesn't make any sense. So I should be making more drones in this position. I kind of just screwed that up, and I kind of knew that once that happened. It's like, I messed up. But don't panic when you're a Zerg. Just keep playing as though nothing happened. Even though it's very easy to panic, because you think, oh god, I missed my drone timing, he's going to have one more drone than me, and that's going to win him the game. But it's a lot about engagements, just like any other mirror matchup. So do the best you can with what you have. Overlord is going to move out here in front of the ramp and see pretty much when he's sending units. This is exactly what you should do in this matchup. Just keep your overlords on a direct attack path to where you think your opponent's going to attack you. And eventually into mid-game, get your overlords in position to scout when he's taking his third. So, 2 queens on the way for both for myself. In fact, my pool's done before his is, so I do have the opportunity here to attack if I want to. I'm making 4 Zerglings. He's making 6, but we're both making 2 queens. I am making an overlord as well. And I have this gas stockpiling up, by the way. This is very important, by the way. This is what happens when you were too busy trying to think about the game, and this will make a lot of sense what I'm saying in a minute. So, a couple of Zerglings running out across the map. Notice that his link speed is on the way, and my Bailiness is on the way. I've skipped speed entirely. So, more links out on the way. I see that he has a couple links at his front. I'm going to have to run back with my Zerglings. And these queens doing a decent job injecting. It's usually about the 3rd or 4th inject where I just stopped. I generally just stop doing anything. So 16 more Zerglings on the way here. It's a big commitment for me. So I have to make something happen with this attack. This is going to be very important. Neither of us really have speed at this point in time, so I can push him all the way back, force more Zerglings out of him. In fact, he's making a spine crawler. Not a bad idea. He's making more Zerglings at home. He's playing this very smart. And he's getting his Zergling speed, but notice one thing. He's not getting a Baneling nest quite yet. So he's playing kind of risky here, and I'm going to take advantage of that. So these Banelings are pretty fast. He does not scout this quite yet. In fact, he's going to kind of run down here with his Zerglings and try to see what kind of damage he can do. But I have these Zerglings coming in. The Baneling's getting off a big hit there, and here comes the Zergling Baneling counterattack. Now, he does have speed, but I have Banelings. So, I mean, it's nice and all what he's going to try and do here, but I just have way too many Banelings for him to try and do some sort of counterattack here, or any sort of kind of crazy cute micro he's going to try and do. Now the Baneling is running away from that spine. I want to hang out here on the ramp in case he tries to reinforce. He wants to think twice. couple more Zerglings are being created right now, and these queens are not injecting. Inject. Thank you. Finally injecting, but I'm going to lose this queen. As well, I'm going to lose a couple of these drones. So looking at the income tab, it is going to be 28 to 21. I'm going to lose 28 to 19. So I'm very, very, very far behind. He's going to lose a lot of these Zerglings, though, and he's losing a lot more. He's not really controlling this that well. Finally running back towards his base. And right now, I mean, he should have already thrown down a Baneling Nest. I'm not really sure what he's thinking. If I don't have speed yet and I have a Baneling Nest, I don't know. Anyways, making more drones behind this because I lost a few. So Bly blocked as usual. And here comes a butt ton of Zerglings. Now he sees them coming, he's going to run back up. Instead of throwing down another Spine Crawler, instead of getting his injects off, he's going to throw down a Roach Warren. This is not the time that you want to throw down a Roach Warren. I just have the superior Ling advantage right here, because I still had that inject from that queen and he did not. So I'm able to make more units than he could at that point in time. And here come the Banelings with the Zerglings. I'm going to keep them nicely in the pack, so it's going to be really hard for him to try and counterattack here. The Zerglings are going to come in. Here come the Banelings. Huge hit there. He did not micro that well at all. And the Banelings and Zerglings are going to run straight into his main. And this is never where you want to be as a Zerg player. You have Banelings in your base with Zerglings. There's going to be huge hits going off. And most of his Zerglings are going to die, as well as his queen. And looking at him, he only has 17 supply right now. He's in a lot of trouble. He's trying to run around with his drones, but I still have so many Zerglings here. He's forced to evacuate, and at this point in time, I'm just going to start picking away at whatever I can. Meanwhile, back home, please inject. Thank you for injecting. Zergling's still way too much for this force, so Bull is going to be a little bit upset that I went for mass Zergling Baneling all in. And still picking off more and more of his units that are trying to stream in here and do anything. He's still trying to make Zerglings at this point. I'm going to kill off his spawning pool. That is huge, by the way, guys. It's really going to be hard for him to come back from this point. And he's just going to be so far behind. So his Zerglings do have speed, but looking at the income tab, it is 12 to 23. So that little counterattack did a lot of damage. And now Zerglings running out here. I have 30 more Zerglings on the way. These Banelings are going to try to morph in here, but it's a little bit too late. These Zerglings are going to go down, and I'm going to try and cancel both of these, but actually I think they got picked off. Some more Zerglings streaming out here across the map. I don't even think I've started my Zergling speed yet. Yeah, I should have done that a long time ago, and I have a ton of minerals, so I'm not actually... Anyways, I cut off way too many drones here. It's kind of GG at this point. He's trying to throw down the spawning pool at his natural, try to start a wall off here. But again, you need drones to make roaches. You need income to make roaches. He just doesn't have that much. So this Spine Crawler is going to go down, so are these Zerglings. It's going to be a nice try with the roaches here, but that's just not going to be enough. So I'm going to start picking away at this drone line. And Bull just taps out. I mean, I don't understand why you thought you could go for a Roach Warren before a Baneling Nest when I made so many Zerglings. Anyways, that'll do for this cast. That is part 2 or 3 of King Ruthless's Rage on the Ladder. I will show you guys the game that we played before because, you know, I just feel bad. So, as always, I've been your host, King Ruthless. Be sure to rate, subscribe, comment, and favorite, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.